Shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks. We've really got to talk about this today. From the title and thumbnail, you may have already gotten the hint as to what this particular video is going to be about. It's been doing the rounds big time in the Ninjago community recently, and it's one of those things that has kind of annoyed me. Any regular viewer on the channel probably does already know why, to be honest. But, spoiler alert, this video may be a little bit negative and ranty. I do apologise in advance, but with this being said, let's just jump straight into the video. Now, what we are going to be talking about is coming straight from Tommy Andreasen himself, which, if you don't know who he is essentially Ninjago's very original creator. He has been here since the very start, and it's just now that he's announced his retirement starting from next year. To cut things short here though, what's said is that it is up into interpretation, essentially, that Harumi is redeemable. He does also mention the couple stuff between Harumi and Lloyd during this kind of point during the interview that was held on the TTV channel's YouTube channel, so I guess them being together is kind of also up to interpretation, you could say, at least in Tommy Andreasen's own words in this interview. Now, this may sound kind of petty at first, and that is fair enough. I can definitely understand why it may seem that way at first. At the same time though here, I am just not sure how I feel about, well, basically, just to completely water things down, an abuser and the victim potentially being in a relationship. That being left up to the viewer's interpretation. This whole Harumi and Lloyd thing has never really sat right with me, and is honestly quite a horrendous message to share through Ninjago, a show made for kids, and the main audience of this show is, of course, for children. Of course, there are older fans like you and me, but at core, we have to realise that Ninjago is ultimately a kids show, it's a kids theme, it is made for kids in literally every single way possible, that is not even arguable, really. And so when you're spreading this message up on screen of essentially showing the abuser, in this case Harumi, and the victim, in this case Lloyd, being together and, you know, making up their differences in a really half-assed way, and then having them together and then leaving that up for interpretation. You know, are you guys seeing my point here? This is what's really strange to me. And again, I already know people are going to think that I'm overreacting, which, you know, that is fair enough if you do think that way. And I am obviously fully aware that this is just fiction, but just treating it as fiction right now, you know, as I'm doing, I still don't think it's right at all. In the context of a children's show, they are spreading it in a fairly positive light, and they're leaving this up for interpretation, you know? That's the kind of message that really rubs me the wrong way, and I think that this interview, when talking about this particular subject, it really made everything worse. And this whole Harumi thing, which is obviously the shit between Lloyd and Harumi, I don't think it deserves to be validated, really. These two are obviously, well, they share a very special relationship, you could say. Definitely not a romantic one. And having them together in an actual couple, and, you know, loving each other or whatnot, having that happen throughout Ninjago, presumably in 2023 as well, and leaving that all up for interpretation, it really rubs me the wrong way and definitely spreads the wrong message in my eyes, and I do not think it's something that should ever even be hinted at being validated at all. I think it should just completely be ruled out as even the slightest possibility, and so it definitely does upset me to hear this. So yeah, that's basically going to do it for this one, I'd say. More of a rant, if anything, and I do apologise if it did come across as a very negative one here today. But I do just have to talk about this. With all of this being said though, I do turn it back over to you guys now. With this being said, what do you guys think about this? Do you agree or disagree with what I have to say? Let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy this video here, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so that you can be the first to watch my new videos whenever I do post them. With this all being said, I'll see you all soon for my next one. Goodbye.